to do a got it on here first. Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Mother's Day yesterday. I hope all you mothers and mothers to be and everybody, I just hope you all had a great day and enjoyed your families. And, you know, I know we don't have the welcoming coming on in time, but I want to say a big hearty welcome to everybody who's on this line this morning, and a special welcome to the new people. We're so happy to have you. And if you come in and want to share a story, let us know that you're new so we can give you extra special acknowledgement. Not that we all don't deserve extra special acknowledgement, because we do. Anyway, what we do this morning is we share our stories, and the stories are so amazing and wonderful that we actually have dubbed this the Monday Morning Miracle Call. But I love reminding everybody that all these miracles are backed by very robust science. So,
hey, Karen, I'm interrupting for just a second. I want to make sure everyone's muted, and if it mutes you, you need to unmute. Okay.
Oh, and it probably will.
Okay, there. Why don't you unmute?
Thank you.
Okay, now we can get going. Great, thank you.
All right, absolutely. And the way it goes is you tell your story. We start out at first, we like to use it really close to the first half, even longer if you want to, on just X39. It's so all-encompassing. It does so many wonderful things. So try to stick with X39 stories at the beginning. So raise your hand for X39 stories right away, because then we'll start calling on you. And then you can also ask questions, but we'd like you to kind of keep it short, say what things were like, which patch you used. At first it'll probably be X39, hopefully, and how you are now. Keep it short and sweet so we can get more stories on, and make sure to not name any disease names, because we do not claim to diagnose, cure, or, you know, I don't remember what that other one is. Heal. Wait, you know, the body heals itself. You put the body in the right space. The body, whoever said it started a few minutes ago, please mute. Anyway, we don't make any of those claims, and we don't want to name any disease names. Just how about your body? Use symptoms only. All right, so let's see. I think I've got to go to a new page. Let's start with Roy, and then Darlene.
Hello, everybody. I've been on the X39 for about 3 months now. In the first 2 weeks, I noticed I felt like 10 years younger, and I was running around job sites feeling like I was in my early 50s. And my chronic knee pain is gone. So I love it.
Wow, that's awesome. Welcome, Roy, and thank you for blessing us with the first testimony today. And that is wonderful. It means a lot. And come on in, Darlene.
Good morning. This morning I had a call from a new customer. She's been wearing the patches about a month, and her question is, when she goes to the gym, she has a trainer that works with her, and before wearing X39, she would be sore for a few hours, and the next day she would be fine. But when she wears the patch, she's sore for about 3 days. And I told her I would ask that question to see if that has happened to anyone else.
Off the top of my head, I'm thinking she's detoxing, but somebody else come on in, please.
That's kind of what I told her too, but she's a very clean, healthy eater. She detoxes her body frequently. And my suggestion was maybe don't put X39 on till after she leaves the gym. But has anyone else had an issue like that?
This is Sunflower. I haven't personally, but I'm wondering if she's really well hydrated.
I will ask that question.
Yeah,
because it's the opposite of.
Maybe not wear the X39 too long at a time.
Yeah, because it's very contrary to what we expect.
It is. So I wouldn't, X39 and 49 together are for enhanced athletic performance. So it's a very interesting experience. I'm wondering what else is going on with her. Might be let's do a call with her so I can ask some more questions. Okay.
Okay.
This is Ann, and I just want to say that, I have had someone that had that issue before, and sometimes it can be you have a low glutathione level, and as that level comes up, and you're exercising and you're trying to get rid of some of those toxins, it can cause those kinds of things, fatigue. And unless you have a level done, there's no way to really know where that level was before starting. And it could be the X39 is starting to do that. But I think that, Robin, you're right on. You got to ask more questions. There's got to be more information there for sure.
Okay, thank you.
But that's a great
Another thing
insight.
that I thought of was that the X39 giving you the extra energy, the person may do a much more intensive workout, may or may not. So that may be another area where, again, they're working out way more, which means they're going to feel it more. So.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. That's why we love this community, because we're all here helping. We don't always have the answer, but we keep digging until we get some kind of answer. I love those. That's with some good insight. Rebel, come on in.
Thanks, Karen. You're going to like this because it's nice and short. But some folks know a very dramatic personal experience thanks to X39. But today I'm going to share someone else's. A woman in her 90s experienced a fantastic sleep the first and second day on X39, which is very exciting to hear. And I just want to welcome Bobby Tennant from Pennsylvania, who's calling in today. Welcome, Bobby.
Awesome. Thank you. And I can't believe it. I don't see any more hands up. Come on in, you guys. We need your stories. And I think I'm going to tell you really quick while we're waiting. Oh, wait, there's a hand right there. John Ward, come on in.
Okay, so I just got this morning, had a phone call with a gal I had sent samples to. I sent her 3 patches and I sent her X39. She put one on, had a noticeable difference in pain level in her knee. And her husband put one on. He couldn't specifically say what it changed, but he knew something was happening in a very positive way. She gave the 3rd one to a friend of hers who had a very positive experience and she signed up as a preferred customer plus. So she texted me while I was out in Montana. I called her this morning. She's going to enroll as a silver. And because of her experience with X39 and the other people she has talked to, they all want it. So she moved from a customer within a week to now a distributor. So it was a joy talking with her today.
Yeah, that's what's so lovely about this product is people feel it. You know, most people feel it quick. Some of us take longer, but it's amazing. Thank you, John. That was great. And Julianne and then Sarah.
Good morning. So I had a similar experience with a new prospect that kind of like Ravel had, and where I sampled one X39 patch and she placed it on her husband and just told her husband just to trust it, not to overthink it. And then the following morning, she asked how he was doing, and he said that I had the best night's sleep I've had in 4 years. And then she texted me the following day and said, 2 nights in a row, he slept great. And she also shared it with her cardiologist, and who is very highly interested in it. And they've been watching the videos and going to my link, and so we're going to set up a 3-way call in the next week or so. So
wonderful.
Very cool.
That's so nice. More people feeling good, and they're going to tell more people who are going to feel better too. So
absolutely,
you can't beat that. That's wonderful. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, let's see. We have a good amount of hands up now, at least 3, 4, 5. Yay. The next person that had come on here is just under Zoom user. So I'm not sure who you, wait, maybe that just, I've got something in the way. The chat gets in my way. Yeah, Zoom user. If you know it says Zoom user on yours, come on in. And
that may be me, Darlene. This is Heidi. I'm not sure because I'm
Heidi, you're on there with your Heidi.
Okay, never mind then.
You've got your name up there, but go ahead and come in. Come on in, Heidi. Because Zoom user isn't coming in.
So is Zoom user coming in?
Yes, yes.
Okay, all right, come on in, Zoom user. Who is this?
This is Henrietta Hammerlin.
Hi, Henrietta.
How are you? I'm sorry. So my question, I just want to share a testimonial, is that I was at my chiropractor and I have 5 girls that did not want to try my patch on. I mean, I tried the patch because the chiropractor poo-hooed it. He said I gave him the wrong MRI because I could now do a squat. So apparently he thinks that I gave him the wrong MRI because I shouldn't be doing a squat. But I have Sue on, and she's a new member. She's going to sign up after the call, and I want to see if she could give her testimonial. Sue, I don't know if we could go to her.
You know, if you're on there, just pop in right now if you can and unmute yourself.
And if not, that's fine. It's just that she, remember we said when people say no, that means not right now. Well,
exactly.
Sue is no, and now she called me and said she wants to know more about this. So
awesome.
Yeah, you got a great result.
Yep, that's it. That's what it's all about, is feeling better, letting our bodies heal. It's great. All right. Yeah. Well, Heidi, are you done? I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Okay, so let's go to Heidi. I don't see you anymore, but I'm sure you're there somewhere. Maybe. Okay, how about Jada?
Good morning. Good morning. First of all, Juliana, I love those thriving horses in your background. That's just gracefully on that picture frame. But anyway, I had my grandson over here Wednesday, and he has trouble with his bowels, and he was struggling for about 20 minutes. And my husband was sitting in there with me, and he said, why don't you put the patches on him like you did before? And I did that when he was 3 months old. I had it on my body, and I held him against me and had a blowout, a major blowout. He hadn't gone in about 2 days. I had a major blowout, probably about 10 or 15 minutes. So I said, oh, honey, that's right. I didn't even think about the patches. And I usually do. So I got up and I got an Aeon patch and a glutathione. And I put it on his diaper. I put the Aeon patch right there where, below where his belly button would be. And then I took the glutathione and put it over to the right, down a little bit right there, close to his, not too far from the navel. Anyway, because he was just struggling so hard and looking at me and just like, help me, grandmama, and turning beet red. And about 10, 15 minutes after that, I said, is that you? Did you do anything? And he told me what he did and brought him in here and total blowout. But what I loved about it is it didn't seem to hurt him. Usually I worry about, when you go, at least a day like that, it'll hurt him. And I mean, total release. He was such at peace and come on in here and didn't hesitate at all for me to clean him up. But I just want to let you all know that that the patches are powerful, but to see the expression on this little boy's face, to know that they was getting ready to get on the highway. They left here 30 minutes later going for a 7-hour drive. Ooh. And to know that what these patches did for him before they got on that road, because he would have been miserable, and they would have too. And so just want to share
wonderful.
that with you all. Yeah, so.
There's nothing better than being a grandma and helping your grandchild is there. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Jada.
Right.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Thank you all.
Okay, it looks like Rania. The letters are so little. Come on in. Rhea. Don't forget to unmute.
Yeah, I thought Sarah was next.
Well, she might have been. We'll go back to her. I'm sorry, Sarah.
Well, I love her dearly, and I can see her smile. Anyway, I would like to know more about the sprays, especially the daytime spray, the shine. I would like to hear if anybody's had any results or what it's been doing for them. I've been using it, and maybe it's doing something for me that I don't know that it's being done, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. One of the things that David said that the sprays do is it helps to regulate your hormones. So you might not feel all of it. I know the dream one, I have had some experience with sleeping better with that.
Me too.
You know, so it does help you sleep better. I usually feel so good in the morning, I often forget to put the shine on. So I can't give you anything about that one because I'm just like going around doing stuff and feeling good and I forget it. So I have to do that better because it's the two together really help the hormones. David did a nice little talk on it. You can probably find that in on our site, like the Live Younger site, in the videos and things, you'll find that. So in the Live Younger videos, because he did a really nice talk on those two sprays. Anybody else? I'll be quiet now and see who else can come up if they've had an experience with the sprays.
Erin, I just posted for Rhea a link from Judy Daniels' website. She created liveyoungerproducts.com on the aromatherapy.
Okay, I like
it. Oh, nice. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Judy Daniels is such my hero.
Yes.
Thank you for that question. I'm sure a lot of people have that question. And Sarah, if I skipped you, please forgive me and come on in. Sarah, are you there? Don't forget to unmute.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you.
Thank you. My goodness. I just wrote a long message in the chat because I couldn't unmute myself. Anyway, what I said was, what I wrote was, I did an unintended experiment on myself about X39. I've been using it for 2 years with amazing results. My arthritis has gone, in my fingers, my energy's up. I don't take naps. I don't know what naps are anymore, and all sorts of things like that. And then just one day, both my husband and I, we had no energy. We had to go and take an afternoon nap. And then we suddenly realized that we had forgotten that one day to wear X39. So that was amazing.
Wow, you noticed the difference right away. That's pretty cool.
It was amazing. Yeah. So
awesome.
That's my story.
Thank you thanks for sharing that. It was great. Carol Lynn, come on in.
Good morning. I started X39 10 months ago for a chronic incurable condition in my mouth, spent thousands of dollars for 3 years, and was diagnosed by multiple MDs. And I saw my derm doctor last week, and we both did a happy dance because she can no longer see anything in my mouth, along with 6 other MDs that I've seen since last November. And there was also this fatty mass on the back of my back that I've had for over 20 years, that when she measured it, it was reduced from 5 to 3. And then I have my thumb joint replacement testimonial that I just love to share, because I had that done last September. So I had only been on the patches for about 6 weeks. And I had such rapid wound healing that I skipped my entire 3rd month of physical therapy. I had almost no pain, 0 to 1 pain, 36 hours post-op. So I am a very happy camper with X39.
Awesome. Thank you. Those are powerful, powerful stories. Thank you. All right. So Lady Lactation, come on in.
That's me. I finally got a good connection. Good morning to everyone. I have a story from an X39 experience with a little bit of ice wave for 5 minutes with my customer. On Wednesday, we went to have lunch at a juice shop, and he was complaining about his ankles from an injury from 2 days prior. And I'm like, why didn't you put those X39s on that I gave you like 2 weeks ago? And he's like, oh, well, they're in my pocket, in my wallet, I mean. And I'm like, well, let's put those on right now on your ankles. So we put the X39 on his neck. And I said, let me just pull out, I'll run to my car and grab my first aid kit with my ice waves. So I put it on his ankle on opposite sides of his feet. So his left foot was the one that was sore. And we're literally standing in line for like 10 minutes. And we walked back out and I'm like, so how does your ankle feel? And he's like, oh my gosh. He starts sucking on his thing. He's like, I feel anything. And he goes, is that what you just did with those patches? And I went, no, you did it with your infrared light.
I love it. But the patches really did inspire that infrared light, didn't they?
Oh, they really did.
That's awesome. That is really awesome. I don't see any other hands yet. So while you're thinking, putting your hand up, I'm going to tell you a really quick one. I don't even know how to describe this thing I had, but it was a pretty good size, like a mold that was all rough and scrapey and ooky. And I'd had that for several years. I've been using the patches for 4 years. So I think it's been really busy taking care of some parts of me that were bad from my earlier lifetime of bad eating American diet food and all the stuff. So I think they've been busy, but the other day that just went away. I mean, it just scraped off, washed off, went away. And I don't even know what it was in the first place. I don't go to doctors much anyway. So I was pretty excited and I'm sure it was patches, but it just took them a long time. They were busy. All right, let's move on. Sun shower, then Susie, then Robin.
Hey, everybody. Great call today. I was at the gym yesterday and I used my X39 and X49 and just was really aware, I wanted to know, well, how am I going to feel later? And I kind of waited for soreness. It never happened. X39 and X49, very powerful duo. Thanks, you guys.
That is, and thank you for sharing that. I know when I have them both on, I can do way more when I'm working out. Okay, Susie, come on in.
Hi, good morning. This is Susie from Florida. I'd just like to comment on that aromatherapy for Shine. I noticed
good.
that sometimes after eating lunch at work and I feel sleepy, when I use it, it kind of picks me up. And also I'd like to comment also on the X39, X49. I think when I first started both of them, I felt, because I run every day, and I felt that my body was heavy initially, but now it's better. So maybe it is at the beginning that, the muscles are like getting used to all this energy that I'm having, but it was really heavy. And I was like, wait, this is not supposed to be, but now I'm better now. And that I used the patches. I started in March. So that's like 2 months. So I think it took about 3 or 4 weeks before I really started feeling better. So
wow.
So whoever is kind of complaining about feeling weaker after using it, just don't give up.
I love that. And we may never know why, right? Although I love the explanation about the glutathione. It makes a lot of sense because most people are low in it. And then it is doing extra detox, even if you're already healthy, right? So I kind of like that one. It made sense. Robin, come on in.
Okay. Well, we're at a family gathering yesterday, and our grandson's girlfriend was having, monthly cyclical challenges with cramps and headaches and stuff. So I put an SP6 on her and she got some wonderful relief, and that was great. And then my daughter-in-law's mother ended up getting kind of an anxiety attack. And so I put an Eon on her. I carry my patches always, my first aid kit, and she got relief. So, you just never know who's going to need what, when, or where, but always be prepared.
Yeah, think of yourself as a genie in a bottle with a little patch first aid kit. I love that. That's what it made me think of, Robin. Love it. Thank you. Okay, we have another hand up, and that is Christina. I named my first daughter Christina, so I love that name. Don't forget to unmute.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, Mom went to the cardiologist on Friday, And the first thing he said was, holy cow, your blood pressure's so good. I wish mine was that good. And she's had 2 heart attacks. And she had a leaky valve in 2015. I think I've told you guys a little bit about that. And she had to have a pacemaker put in about a year ago. And that's what we were doing, is doing the follow-up on that. And she said her blood pressure's never in her life been as low as it is now. She actually thought it was too low. And then when the doctor said that, she's like, awesome. And I don't know if I told you yet, she's 84 years old. And he checked her. I went out to go get my card because I knew for a fact he was going to ask for it because of the way he was reacting. And we were talking to him about stem cells. And he's like, oh, yeah, stem cells will do that. I want to know more about this patch, you know? So it was really exciting. So when I was gone, Mom said he looked her scar and he said, you heal like you're 19 years old.
I love that. True wisdom there. True observation, because you do.
That was
Awesome.
amazing.
That's exciting, because, you know, a lot of times when people get over the age of 70, they start thinking they're not going to heal anymore, because some of them aren't, if they don't have the patches, you know, because their bodies just don't have what they need. So isn't it fun to be able to look forward to your birthdays?
You know, the other
it.
thing I was going to tell you is he said, I want to keep an eye on you. I'm going to have you come back in September and check that leaky valve as well. So he's like super interested. It's fun.
I love it. Yeah, because that doesn't happen often in their practices. That's fabulous. Thank you. All right. Sunshower, you're there again.
Hi, I actually would like to let you know that my sponsor is here, Jana, and she would like to speak but can't raise her hand. I think she's unmuted. Jana, you there?
Yes, I am unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, come on in, Jana. Great.
Okay, so I'm a homeopath, and someone I know had a death in her family, so I treated her for that. And then a couple weeks later, she came in and she said, I didn't tell you when I was here last time, but I have this big hard mass over my gallbladder. So, and I'm scheduled for a CAT scan. So I said, well, let's try something while you're waiting. Well, we put the X39 right over it, along with glutathione. And she called me the next week, and she looked like she was gonna fall asleep in the chair. She was so weak. She got up, she perked up almost right away. She left. She called me the next week and she said, well, you know, I got some not such good news back on the CAT scan, and they wanted me to do blood work, and I did that, and they said it was really terrible, and they couldn't get me in to see a doctor before July 28th, right? She said, but I have no more pain, and this thing that was really hard has softened. And I said, well, maybe it's a good thing you're not going to see your doctor right away, because it might be gone by the time you go. But it was so dramatic what these patches did. We have no idea what that mass was, but whatever it was, it's being worked on. Thank you, X39 and glutathione.
That's awesome. And you're right. Give it some more time, because who knows what's going to happen. Give us a follow-up when you find out more, okay? And Casey, oh, thank you. Casey, come on in.
Real quick, I had asked a week or two ago about a young girl who's a young mom who was suffering from a lot of allergies. So I gave her the energy enhancement, the glutathione, and the Eon at night, and she is over the moon, feeling so good. And she ran out. I gave her 4 each. She ran out. I quickly gave her some more, and she is feeling so good. So that's a really good combination. Thanks.
That's awesome. Thank you. Oh, I love these Monday morning miracle stories that are scientifically backed. Hey, come on in, Janet.
I just wanted to talk about, a lot of people complain of pain that's running down through their back into their leg, that nerve pain that's really miserable to get rid of. Personally, I'd had multiple injections, 2 ablations, and was getting ready to get another ablation when I started on these patches 14 months ago. And initially it seemed a little bit better. And then around the 2.5 month mark, it got worse. And I was thinking, is it not going to take care of this? And then I learned about that phenomena where sometimes as the stem cells are really attacking something, you'll actually feel a little worse before things get better. And then about 2 weeks later, it was completely gone. And I've not had any since. So, and that was a long time ago. So just sometimes you will get reactions that you think, is this really working or is it making it worse? And a lot of times it's doing the healing process.
I love that. Your body's working on it and those patches are helping and boosting it like crazy. Thank you, Janet. And then we have Linda, and then we are at the bottom of the hour. So after Linda, we're going to go back to Robin and Gregory. So Linda, come on in. I like that flower.
Good morning. I'm sorry. I'm on the West Coast and I have a lot of things to do in the morning, so my hair is messed. But anyway, I just wanted to, Anne Marie has been asking me to give the testimonial on my husband who has diabetes. He was diagnosed about 2 years ago and he's doing much better after patching, but the sugar levels come down, with the medication, but not as much as I'd like to see. So we did a test one morning and his glucose levels were at 88, which is really amazing. So I'm excited about that. And we're continuing to patch. I believe the patching has helped his other issues with the nerves. And so there you go.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And we don't claim to treat any named diseases or anything, but you know what? If your blood sugar's getting better, that's a symptom and it's getting better. It's great.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I know. I forgot about the diabetes thing.
Hey, it's hard to remember every time. I just bring it back in there for a disclaimer, but to remind everyone. But thank you so much, Linda. I love that. And every little bit of extra health we can get is so wonderful. So this has been a great call. You guys are awesome. We've had some great stories. Thank you for coming on in and blessing the community. And you just, Robin and Gregory, take it away.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you, everyone. Beautiful job this morning, Karen. And your stories were short and sweet and to the point, and we got a lot of them in. So it was fabulous. And sometimes it does take a little more connection when you have questions with more questions to find out what's going on. I just want to make sure everyone sees the email that came out this morning from corporate, said that they're discontinuing Nirvana. And I know. So if that doesn't work for you, let me know and we will let them know. We need to let them know if that's a really important patch for you. And I've recommended that David do an educational program on it. I don't know if we'll have any pull or not, but if that's something really important to you, let's let them know that that's really important. Okay. Let's see if there's any guests this morning. More and more people are inviting guests to this call because it's a great way to meet the community, to hear about the results people are having, to see if this is maybe a fit for you. So we want to give a special warm welcome for all the guests that are here today because we have more and more and more showing up. So we're going to end our call, and tonight we have our community call. I think we're going to continue on the theme we did last week, which was on the words at work, because people loved it so much. And then Gregory and I are off dark 30 tomorrow to Kansas City, and then to Branson, and then off to Tampa, where we're going to see a whole bunch of you guys. So excited to be on the road with our wonderful community, and we will see you in the near future. Thank you, everyone. See you tonight. Bye-bye. You can unmute and say thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Great call.
Bye.
Wonderful call. Keep Nirvana.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Later.
Day.
That would be Florida, where it's nice and hot.
I'll be welcoming people to Tampa. Guys, Saturday.
Can't wait.
Really hot here in Mexico too.
took
Bye.
this video, you know,
There we go.
before I handed it to you.
Yeah,
In
no,
case it
it's-
dropped in your leg.
So how much is it to be a part of the Tampa meeting?
I think it's
the weekend?